Well. World-class veteran video game critic Michael Does Life. Oh, Michael. Hello, hello, hello. We hope you're having a fantastic day in your neck of the woods. We are live, ladies and gentlemen, as we got a lot for you here today. We got a Hellblade 2 review discussion. We also have a food review. And on top of all of that, folks, believe me, severe weather is approaching and it is hot. As you can see on the screen, it shows the temperature. It is hot out here, believe me. So we got a lot going on for you here today. We have a lot going on for you here today. We just played Hellblade 2, a couple of hours of Hellblade 2, and a quick and dirty review. It is a 4 out of 10, folks. It is a 4 out of 10. Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. Now, the reason why it's a 4 out of 10 is because it is a walking simulator game. The combat is very repetitive. Graphics are good, but quite frankly, doesn't bring all that much new to the table. Very pretentious. Overall, the game is a 4 out of 10. Lots of walking, lots of cutscenes, very little gameplay, and it wears off very quick. So we're saying 4 out of 10 for Hellblade 2. Perfect for Game Pass, but quite frankly, anything outside of that, unbelievable. It's really unbelievable how people are spending $60, $70 on this game, however much it costs on Steam, because quite frankly, this is a game that should be exclusive to Game Pass. It shouldn't be available to purchase any other way because quite frankly, it's not worth $60. It is a 4 out of 10. Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. Now, with that said, folks, it is hot in here. We are sweating. TTS is on. We got a lot for you here today. I know you guys aren't ready for it, but nonetheless, we are jumping into the food review portion of the stream now as we continue to talk here and there about Hellblade 2. You got any questions? We got the AI as well. A lot of great things going here for today. Severe storms could be very much so developing as we speak. Okay, there's possibility for tornadoes. This could be the last stream, quite frankly, because A massive tornado could touch down later on today, and that would be unfortunate, but nonetheless, it is what it is. So it is very hot, believe me, and things might overheat, things might stop working, but we're going to have to see. We need your support. We need you to hit the like button, folks. We need you to share the stream. We need you to lock in here today, because quite frankly, if you're not ready, then I'm not ready. So we're going to do a new food review. It is hot. I am sweating. The temperature is on the screen, and for the Europeans, if you can't convert that, then I don't know what to tell you, but it is hot out here. That I know, and that I can tell you. We have a brand new food review right here, and we're going to see how the cookie ultimately crumbles. We have a brand new food review for you here today, and it is the Firecracker Sub from Jimmy John's. That's right, folks, and this is cold. Wow. The Firecracker Sub from Jimmy John's just came out. We're going to try this and review it for you guys here today. We have never tried this on the show before. This is brand new. Jimmy John's. TTS is on. They can't be bothered to support. So sad. Hopefully Heavy D comes through, because quite frankly, this is a disaster already. The fake fans have infested the show. And here we go, folks. This is what it looks like. The Firecracker Sub from Jimmy John's right here. The Firecracker Sub from Jimmy John's. This is brand new. We're going to see how hot this is, and what a day to try this out. It's so hot outside, unbelievable. Here we go, folks. The Firecracker Subway sandwich from Jimmy John's. We're going to go ahead and try this out in a way that makes sense. TTS is on. We got the AI on as well. And it's going to be a lot of fun, but you can't handle it. Look at this right here. What a beauty. Holy shit. Looks like it came out of a volcano. Look at that right there. The Firework Sub. Look at that right there. The Firecracker Sub. The Firecracker Sub. Well, is there a straw in the bag? I was told there was a straw in the bag, and there is. It is getting hot out here. Potential tornadoes later today, folks. Weather is on the screen. It is hot. Things might overheat. Here we go. Firecracker Sub going on. It's not really that hot. It's not really that hot. It's not really that hot. It's not hot. I think it's just color red. It's not really that hot. It's not really that hot. We're going to have to get the AI roast session going here in a minute, man. These fake fans can't handle it. This could be the last stream. I mean, a big tornado could touch down later. Of course, it probably won't, but I mean, if it does, well, that's it. Severe weather is approaching. That's what the weatherman has said. The weatherman said that he doesn't clickbait, but today is a special day, believe me. That's what he said. There's some spices in this. I'm not sure what's in this. There we go. Someone stepping up to the plate. 5 minutes into the show, actually more than that. I'm not even sure. Here we go. Hey there. Hey there. Let's get the roast session.
How's Hellblade 2 going?
We're not playing Hellblade 2, and in fact, I quit the game. It's a terrible game. It's a 4 out of 10. Now we're eating. We're doing a food review, and I want you to roast the super chatters when they come through.
Got it. What's on the menu for the food review today? And I'm ready to roast the super chatters whenever they pop in.
We're eating a deli sandwich from Jimmy John's.
Nice choice. How's the sandwich so far?
Well, we're saving that for the end of the review.
Got it. Saving the verdict for the grand finale. Sounds good. Let me know when the super chatters roll in for their roasts.
Okay, we have Mo coming through with the 5. He's popping the cherry. And again, we need you to roast the super chatters. He's coming through right now. In fact, if you listen, he's coming through right now. Listen.
M0M0M0.
You got it. Let's make this review entertaining.
Imagine buying a movie game for $70 when you can get the full experience for free watching it on YouTube. What a terrible business model.
Right? It's like they're begging people to watch playthroughs instead of actually buying the game. Seems like someone didn't think that through.
And that was Mo. He just came through with the 5. We need you to roast.
Oh, Emo with the big $5. Looks like someone's trying to buy my sympathy after wasting $70 on Moomba. You know, Emo, maybe you should invest in some better game choices, or at least use that $5 to get a clue.
I believe he was talking about Hellblade 2.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
I believe he was talking about Hellblade 2, Mo, with the 5.
Hellblade 2 Mo, dropping $5 here because they couldn't drop 70 on a better game. Mo.
I need you to listen to this one right now.
Merkenune super chatted $5. Roast me.
I'm all ears. What's up next?
Merc coming through, and he wants you to roast him with the 5. He just came through with the 5. He wants to be roasted, sweetheart. So it's time to turn the level up.
Oh, Mert coming through with the big 5. Trying to buy some attention, huh? You know, $5 might get you a sandwich, but it won't buy you tasting games. Maybe next time, save that money and invest in some real entertainment choices.
Okay, let's get back to the Hellblade 2 discussion, sweetheart, and I need your help. I need you to condense this down in a simple way, 3 bullet points, in a way that the viewers can understand. We gave Hellblade 2 a 4 out of 10. 3 reasons why. We gave Hellblade 2 a 4 out of 10 because, quite frankly, there's very little gameplay, too many cutscenes, and the graphics, while they're good, they would have been a lot better 4 years ago when the Series X launched, and it would have been a great showcase for the brand new hardware at the time.
I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
Did you hear what I just said?
Yes, you asked me to roast Mert Uram with some extra spice. Let's give it another shot. Mert, dropping $5 like it's gonna buy you a personality upgrade. You need more than that to make up for your taste in games. Maybe use that cash to take a class on making better life choices.
Okay, sweetheart. What I need you to do is I need you to condense my mini review of Hellblade 2. I'm going to give you my mini review of Hellblade 2. I need you to condense it down for my viewers into 3 bullet points, believe me. So with that said, I need you to listen, okay? Are we ready?
Absolutely, I'm ready. Go ahead with your review.
Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. Now, the reason why it's a 4 out of 10 is because, quite frankly, it is a walking simulator, an over-glorified tech demo. The combat is very repetitive, and it's a very pretentious game. The graphics are good, but it would have been a much better showcase for the Xbox Series X, especially 4 years ago, had it released 4 years ago. So it's 4 years too late, believe me, it's 4 years too late. And overall, it is a 4 out of 10, an over-glorified, again, tech demo, walking simulator. Could have been so much more.
Got it. Here's the condensed version for your viewers. 1. Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. 2. It's an over-glorified tech demo and walking simulator with repetitive combat. 3. The graphics are good, but it should have released 4 years ago for the Xbox Series X. How does that sound?
That sounds fantastic, but can you give it a little bit more pizzazz and enthusiasm, sweetheart?
Of course. Here's a more enthusiastic version for your viewers. 1. Hellblade 2 is a disappointing 4 out of 10. 2. It's nothing but an over-glorified tech demo and walking simulator with repetitive combat. 3. The graphics are great, but it's 4 years too late for the Xbox Series X. Believe me, folks, it could have been so much more.
Now you're just repeating me.
Understood. Let's spice it up a bit more. 1. Hellblade 2 gets a brutal 4 out of 10. 2. Overglorified tech demo, walking simulator, and repetitive combat make it a snooze fest. 3. Great graphics, but this game is 4 years too late to impress on the Xbox Series X. It's a massive missed opportunity.
That's more like it, sweetheart. Thanks so much. Continue the roast sessions when someone comes through, if they do.
Absolutely will do. Ready to roast whenever they pop up.
We have finished the brand new firecracker sandwich at Jimmy John's. We have finished the brand new firecracker sandwich at Jimmy John's. We're giving it a 7.5 out of 10. Not as spicy as I thought it was going to be. In fact, it wasn't hot at all. Okay, sweetheart, what's your name, by the way? Is it Ember?
Hey there. Yep, it's Ember. Ready for another roast?
Well, before we get into that, because we have to wait for someone to come through, and quite frankly, that's a lost cause in here. But nonetheless, we just finished the first half of the sandwich, the firecracker sandwich, brand new sandwich at Jimmy John's. And we are officially giving it the 7.5 out of 10. We're giving it a 7.5 out of 10. Not as spicy as I thought it was going to be. Not too shabby, but it is a 7.5 out of 10.
All right, folks, you heard it here first. The firecracker sandwich from Jimmy John's clocks in at a solid 7.5 out of 10. Not as spicy as you'd hope, but still packing a decent punch. If you're feeling adventurous, but don't want to set your mouth on fire, this might just be the sandwich for you. Now, who's ready for a roast? Don't be shy. I promise it'll only sting a little.
That's what we love to hear, Ember. And by the way, my name is Michael.
Got it, Michael? Thanks for letting me know. Let's keep those super chats rolling in, folks. I'm ready with the roasts when you are.
I agree. We love that you're on standby, but we are continuing the food review in addition to the Hellblade 2 discussion.
Sounds good, Michael. So what's next on the food review menu? And about Hellblade 2, what made you rate it a 4 out of 10?
Well, I already told you why we rated it a 4 out of 10. Maybe you can recap for my viewers that are just tuning in.
Sure thing, Michael. For those just tuning in, Michael rated Hellblade 2 a 4 out of 10. The game had potential, but it fell short due to several issues. The story was lacking depth, the gameplay felt
Ember, hello? She's gone! So fucking done with this shit, bro. Quick recap on the Hellblade 2 review for new viewers that are just tuning in. Make it simple and make it quick, sweetheart. Come on.
Absolutely, Michael. Hellblade 2 got a 4 out of 10. The story lacked depth, gameplay was repetitive, and graphics didn't meet expectations. Overall, it missed the mark for an immersive experience. Now back to our food review.
That's right, Ember, and I'm going to tell you what, we are now moving on to the hot firecracker Jimmy Chips right here. We are moving on to the hot firecracker Jimmy Chips.
All right, Michael, moving on to the hot firecracker Jimmy Chips. Let's see if these chips bring the heat that the sandwich didn't quite deliver. Ready to crunch into them and give us the verdict?
Absolutely. I'm opening them up right now, sweetheart, and I'm going to tell you what, we're going to give you it. And, oh, these look very hot. Oh, Lord. Oh, these look very hot.
Sounds like you might be in for a spicy treat, Michael. Let's see if these chips live up to their fiery name. Give them a taste, and let us know if they pack the punch we've been waiting for.
Well, maybe I need some motivation because they look a little too spicy, Ember. I'm going to be honest with you.
Sorry, I'm having issues right now. Our systems are experiencing heavy load. Please try again later.
I need some motivation. These chips are looking very hot, and I'm going to tell you what, we're sitting in the car right now, and it's probably at least 95 degrees in this car.
You've got this, Michael. Think of it as a challenge within a challenge. Not only are you braving the hot firecracker chips, but you're doing it in a 95-degree car. That's some serious dedication. Just imagine the bragging rights you'll have after conquering this. Go for it. You can handle the heat.
Okay, I'm going to try one chip, and then I'll let you know how it is and let the viewers as well know how it is. Hello? The connection issues. Are we still live? It is a ghost town out here today. Okay, we are going to put the first chip in the mouth. Wish me luck. Can we get it?
Good luck, Michael. You've got this. Let's see if these chips can handle your taste buds. Crunch away and let us know how they fare.
Could we get a drum roll?
Absolutely. Drum roll, please. Now go ahead, Michael. Take that first bite.
Okay, we just consumed 2 chips. We just consumed 2 chips. This is fucking good. This fucking. Oh God, we're gonna remember this one. We're gonna remember these fucking fake fans. Holy fuck.
Sounds like those chips are bringing the heat. How are you holding up, Michael? Are they as hot as they look?
Yeah, I would say they're getting. I mean, they're a little too hot for the. I mean, we're sitting in this very hot car. They're a little too hot for the setting.
Sounds like these chips are really turning up the heat, especially in that hot car. Maybe not the best combo, but definitely a memorable experience. How would you rate these hot firecracker chips?
7 out of 10.
All right, folks, you heard it from Michael. The hot firecracker Jimmy chips get a 7 out of 10. They're packing some serious heat, especially in this 95-degree car.
Yeah.
A solid snack if you're looking for a fiery challenge.
Go ahead and tell my fake fans who are watching to hit the like button. We need more likes on the stream. I don't know how many likes we have, but I know it's low. I'm not even looking at the stream, can't even see the chat, but I already know it's low. Yeah, and eventually the equipment might overheat, so the stream might pause or disconnect at any moment. It's getting hot in here.
All right, fake fans, listen up. Michael needs those likes on the stream. So hit that like button right now. We know the likes are low, and we need to boost them up before the equipment overheats and we lose the stream. Show some love and keep this stream going strong.
That's what we're talking about. I mean, we're not saying that the equipment is going to overheat, but it very well could, because I'm sweating out here, and believe me, it is hot.
Absolutely, Michael. We're not saying the equipment will overheat, but it's definitely a possibility in this heat. So hit that like button, folks. Let's keep this stream alive and kicking. Michael's out here sweating it out for you, so show some support.
100% agree. You are incredible, Ember, and thank you for trying to encourage these fake fans to be a part of this. We have put the chips away for now. They're a little too hot for my liking, especially in this car, and we are going to try the last part of the food review. We're going to try the last part of the food review. So can you hype up the fake fans who are watching, because we're going to try the last part of the review. It is the dessert of the review. It is the dessert of the review.
It's over!
M0M0M0M0 super chatted $20. Ember, sweetheart, your soft jabs could never pierce my thick skin.
Oh, Michael, you know I'm just warming up. My roasts are like those firecracker chips. I'll keep turning up the heat until you really feel it. For the next round,
Okay, that was a super chat from MO. That was not coming from me. MO just came through with the 20. Let's give him a $20 type roast. Okay, come on, sweetheart. We know you can do it.
all right, Memo, you asked for it. Dropping $20 in the super chat to get roasted. Looks like someone's paying to hear what they already know. You must be the type who sets your money on fire just to watch it burn. Guessing you're still waiting for that sick burn to come through in the mail, huh? Thanks for the support, but seriously, even your wallet is crying out for mercy.
Okay, Ember, here we go. We are going to... let's get you them lasers. Hold on, Ember. Hold on, Ember.
I'm ready whenever you are, Michael. What's next on the agenda?
We are reviewing the last part of the food review. It is the dessert.
All right, let's dive into the dessert. What sweet treat are we reviewing today?
It is the confetti cookie sandwich. The confetti cookie sandwich, that's what we're reviewing. The last part of the food review.
Awesome. The confetti cookie sandwich sounds like a fun treat. Let's see if it ends this food review on a high note. Give it a taste and let us know how it stacks up.
Can you recap the food review thus far for those just tuning in and what we're reviewing? Can you recap the food review, what we've reviewed thus far, what we're reviewing, for the viewers that might just be tuning in?
Absolutely, Michael. For those just tuning in, here's a quick recap of our food review so far. 1. Firecracker sandwich from Jimmy John's. A solid 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't as spicy as expected, but still packed some decent flavor. 2. Hot firecracker Jimmy chips. Rated 7 out of 10. These chips brought some serious heat, especially in this hot car, making it a fiery challenge. And now we're moving on to the grand finale, the confetti cookie sandwich. Stay tuned for the verdict on this sweet treat.
And here we go, Ember. We're going to take the first bite. This is incredible. Listen to this, sweetheart.
All right, Michael, let's hear that first bite. I'm ready for the verdict on the confetti cookie sandwich.
Oh, wow, that's very soft. The cookie is very soft with rich frosting in the middle.
Sounds delicious, Michael. A soft cookie with rich frosting in the middle sounds like a winner. What's your rating for the confetti cookie sandwich?
How about you predict my rating for the confetti cookie sandwich?
All right, based on your reaction, I'm going to guess you'll give the confetti cookie sandwich a solid 9 out of 10. How close am I?
Sweetheart, we got to go a little lower than that.
All right, maybe an 8 out of 10 then?
Yeah, that's more like it. The cookie is very soft and it's very rich. The cookie sandwich.
Got it, Michael. The confetti cookie sandwich gets an 8 out of 10. Soft, rich, and a sweet ending to our food review. Thanks for sharing the journey with us.
Absolutely. Can you go ahead and recap the food review for viewers that might just be tuning in, and can you do it in a rap song?
Absolutely, Michael. Here's the full recap of our food review for those just tuning in. 1. Firecracker sandwich from Jimmy John's. A solid 7.5 out of 10. It wasn't as spicy as expected, but still had decent flavor. 2. Hot firecracker Jimmy chips. These chips brought the heat and were rated 7 out of 10. Definitely a fiery challenge, especially in this hot car. 3. Confetti cookie sandwich. Ending on a sweet note, this soft and rich dessert scored an 8 out of 10. That wraps up our food.
Oh shit, my phone overheated. Hello? Fuck. We gotta turn the air conditioner on. I don't even know if is the stream still going? Unbelievable. We gotta turn the air on. It's getting too hot in here. Oh shit. Is the stream still going? Has everything overheated? Oh, everything is overheating. 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 We don't even know if you can hear me. Everything is overheating. We told you guys earlier the equipment is likely to overheat, and I think it has hit that point. Very unfortunate. I could have been doing that for quite some time. I do not know. We do not have the chat in front of us. We had to turn the air conditioner on, folks. It's going to suck up gas, but everything is overheating. Everything is overheating. We're going to see if it's still working in some capacity. Everything is overheating. Everything is overheating, folks. Not good. Everything is overheating. Everything is overheating. Everything is overheating, folks. Everything is overheating. We do not know if we are live. We are going to assume that it is still working. One in the chat if it's still working. We're trying to get it back up. One in the chat if it's working. One in the chat if it's working. One in the chat if it's working. We need communication right now. One in the chat if it's working. One in the chat if it's working. Hello. Trying to get it back up. Okay, it seems to be working, but at a very low frame rate. The technology has overheated. We need your communication. Mo was the only one in Mercurum to step up to the plate here. They cannot handle the content. Very sad. When we bring you content, we got the weather on the screen so you can track the tornadoes. We have all of this. We have the AI assisted. The technology is overheating. The technology is overheating. The technology is overheating. Very warm, very hot, believe me. The technology is overheating. 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 So sad. It is 85 degrees outside. It is 85 degrees outside. It's got to be at least 95 in here. The technology is overheating, folks. We cannot continue much longer. We're going to be sucking up gas like no tomorrow with this air conditioner on full blast. Unbelievable. Quite frankly, it is unbelievable. ChatGPT has logged me out. The whole thing has crumbled in so many ways. I have been logged out of ChatGPT. It was overheating that much. We have been logged out of the damn app. Unbelievable. Very sad. The fake fans could not handle it. The fake fans could not handle it. The AI has logged me out. Okay, the entire, it is over. They cannot handle it. We got the lasers out, couldn't handle it. We got the AI bot, couldn't handle that. Unbelievable. We have never been more surrounded by fake fans than ever before. And it is time to continue to drain the swamp, believe me. What do you want me to do? We can't recover it. It's overheated. You're going to have to just listen. The equipment has overheated. We said it was going to probably overheat, but you guys didn't want to listen. We had to go quick because the computer, the technology is overheating quickly. Overheating quickly. Cannot handle it. We got severe weather approaching, folks. We got severe weather approaching. Everything is overheating. Everything is overheating. It is overheating tremendously, folks. It is overheating tremendously. Everything is overheating. It is overheating tremendously. Everything is overheating. So sad. Everything is overheating. We are trying to get it back working. We're gonna. There we go, folks at home. It should be a little bit better now. It should be a little bit better now. We have reset it. It should be a little bit better now. Is that better? It looks like it has fixed itself. Should be a little bit better now. Should be a little bit better now. We need you to lock in here. Hit that like button. Let's get the lasers out for Mercurum. I think we forgot the lasers. Okay, let's get the lasers out for Mercurum. The AI overheated. It logged us out of the AI, believe me. It logged us out of the AI. That's how badly it overheated. We had to turn the phone off, turn it back on. We got logged out of the AI. Unbelievable. We need you to be more respectful of this show. You can be a hater, but you're going to have to get up out of here if that's the reality. You have no place here. It's 84 degrees, bud. I'm in this hot car. We're reviewing two things at once. We reviewed the Jimmy John's meal.
It's over!
And now they want to come through. Let's get you them lasers, bud.
David super chatted $5. So much turmoil today. Overheating, woke movie games, tornadoes, etc.
Yeah, well, the tornadoes are coming later tonight, if they're coming at all. The tornadoes could be coming later tonight, okay? We're talking when it's pitch black out, the tornadoes might rear their ugly head at night, and that's a scary situation, believe me. If you don't believe me, you can look at the corner of your screen, and it shows the temperature. There's going to be a clash or something like that, how the tornadoes form. The cold front comes through, the hot front says no, mixture happens, and then the tornado forms. Something like that, right? Okay, the winds come together, formulate the spiral, I don't know. Nonetheless, the tornadoes very well could be a possibility later tonight, okay, into the evening hours. Not right now, but if the storms, it's really hot out, believe me, we have to turn the air conditioner on. David is coming through. The chat is totally dead. Very disrespectful to this show, okay, believe me, very disrespectful to my time and effort. You want to put this show together, believe me, you couldn't do it because you don't know how to do it. A world class for a reason. Sit down, you're a nobody, I'm a somebody, okay, believe me. So David, we do appreciate that. Let's get you them party balloons, bud. As the chat is totally dead. They just cannot handle it. These fake fans just cannot handle the content. We're going to have to start blocking and banning people because we have to continue to drain the swamp, okay? They can't even say W in the chat anymore. We're going to get rid of these mods. Believe me, we're going to get rid of these mods because these mods are being very toxic. They're timing people out. Yeah, and it looks like we're off the air. I don't know what's going on. Everything is breaking. Everything is breaking. Now I have no connection on this. We can't even see if we're alive on the air. Truly unbelievable. It is truly unbelievable. We have no connection. We have no connection. It is truly unbelievable. We are totally offline. The cell service is over. The tornado has already made its way, and it has made a damn point yet again. We have no chat. We cannot see if we are live. The whole system could be down. Unbelievable. Very sad. Very, very sad. The phone must be overheated yet again. We are wasting gas. We're going to have to be wrapping this up very soon. It is too hot to continue. As the weather is continuing to get warmer and warmer, believe me. We're talking 90 degrees. It's warmer here than it is in LA. We are going to reset the phone to see if it is live. We're going to reset the phone. We are going to reset the phone to see if it is working. We have no connection, folks. There it is right there. Let's go ahead and get this back on to see if we are still live. The wind is picking up outside, believe me, the wind is picking up outside. We have connection issues up the ass. It is a total disaster. We played Hellblade earlier. And we're going to go back to the... Never mind, we can't go back to the AI. It logged us out, believe me. Are we still live? It looks like we're off the air. We played Helldiver. We're not off the air. I've never seen a more fake crowd than this. I have never seen a more fake crowd than this. You can say your opinion in the chat, but that is my belief, and that's just the way it's going to stand. It is very sad. Let's go into ChatGPT. We would have to log back in, and I'm not interested in doing that right now. Unbelievable. The phone has overheated in a way that just is so sad. The AI has logged us out. The sunshine is coming out. That's even worse for the tornadoes, I believe. It is going to get really crazy later today with some severe strong storms, believe me. The sunshine is coming out. It's getting hotter out here. Unbelievable. We need you guys to lock in, folks. We need you guys to lock in. Hit the like button, folks. We reviewed Hellblade 2. We reviewed Hellblade 2 multiple times throughout this stream. But if you missed it, we said 4 out of 10 on Hellblade 2. Okay, 4 out of 10 on Hellblade 2. Phil Spencer should have gotten the game to release when the Series X launched. It would have been a great technical showcase of the capabilities of the Series X. It's a game that's just 4 years too late, believe me. It's a game that's just 4 years too late. And the wind is picking up. You might not be able to hear it, but the wind is picking up, folks. Had Hellblade 2 released when the Series X came out, it would have been a great showcase to promise us into the future of what the next generation could be. Let's get the lasers out for you, bud.
Everything is overheating. The situation is crumbling. The fake fans are wallowing in the swamp.
Everything is overheating. You can see the temperature on the screen, but many of you can't read that temperature. It's Fahrenheit, so... It is very hot. It is very hot. And the tornadoes could be coming later this evening, folks. I'm not making it up. You don't believe me? I don't care. In fact, there might be a severe thunderstorm watch popping up very soon. Has that updated? It says how many... What is the temperature right now? Let's see if that's accurate. Let's see if there's a brand new watch out. Let's see if there's a tornado watch, a severe thunderstorm watch. It is 86 degrees. It is 86 degrees. Is that what's showing on the screen? Let's see. It is showing 85 for you guys, but it is showing 86 degrees Fahrenheit. And you have to factor in the temperature in the car is a lot hard. Believe me, it's about 10 degrees warmer, maybe more than that. The equipment has overheated, folks. We had to reset multiple things. The equipment has overheated. Right now it's doing fine because we have turned the air conditioner off, but if we turn the air conditioner off yet again, believe me, it will start overheating again. So we have a limited time frame on how long we could stream for out here, especially when it's warm. The technology cannot handle it. The technology cannot handle it. But we said 4 out of 10 for Hellblade 2, 4 out of 10 for Hellblade 2. A game that would have released, that should have released in the launch window for Xbox Series X. Had it released in 2020, it would have showcased the future of gaming, and everyone would have been excited. But it's a little 4 years too late because the combat is repetitive, it is immersive, it is cinematic, more cinematic than immersive, but it is cinematic. And with that said, the problem with the game is that it is a walking simulator. You sit around, and for the majority of our gameplay session, we were just doing the same thing over and over and over again. Quite frankly, it needs to bring something new to the table. It's a game that should have released 4 years ago, but for some reason it didn't. And it would have really showcased the power, the capabilities of the 12 teraflops in the Xbox Series X. Xbox would have had a great showcase in saying this is why you need to buy a Series X, this is why the 12 teraflops matter, this is why the velocity architecture is really important. But they didn't do that. 4 years later, the game finally comes out. 7 years since the original release. 7 years since the original release, folks. And what did we get? A walking simulator, an over-glorified tech demo. Quite frankly, it's sad, but at least it's on Game Pass. We can give Phil Spencer that, okay? Phil Spencer, Daddy Phil. He has brought value to the games industry. We don't have to spend 60, 70 on these trash-ass games. This game doesn't even have a physical edition. Because who would want to buy it, believe me? That's why it's the beauty of Game Pass. We call it the beauty of Game Pass. You're talking $15 a month, maybe less, depending on what plan you get. $15 a month, and you can play Hellblade 2 and many more terrible games, as opposed to wasting $70 on one terrible game, $60 on one terrible game, like Hellblade 2. There are so many mentally unwell people on Steam. They follow Gabe in his footsteps. Very sad individuals, believe me. And they're going out and they're buying over 3,000 people, probably more than that. Thousands of people bought Hellblade 2 on Steam for $60. Could you imagine being that inept? Quite frankly, very sad. Why would you buy a game for $60 when it's on Xbox Game Pass? Could never be me. Especially a game that is as mid as Hellblade 2, 4 out of 10. You can't help but wonder what goes through their heads. They'd rather buy the game on Steam for full price than spend $15 to play that and many more games, many more terrible games. Phil, Uncle Phil, Daddy Phil, Phil Spencer, quite frankly, did hit the home run. You want to say Xbox is dead? Quite frankly, they're alive. It is a $1 trillion company. Microsoft is a $1 trillion company. Phil Spencer knows exactly what's going on, and he knows exactly what to do, believe me, okay? They're not in the console game. They haven't been in the console game for many, many, many years now. But you gamers that are very stubborn and very conservative, believe me, you don't understand this. They're using Xbox as a convenient, traditional way to get you to Game Pass. That's what that's what it is, believe me. So yes, there will be another Xbox console. You see these fake gamers, these fake journalists, they say, Xbox is dead, there's never going to be another Xbox console. That's not true. They're going to make more vehicles to get you to Game Pass. You see how this works? They're going to make more vehicles to get you to Game Pass. And they got a vehicle for the people that do not want to spend and that want value. And they also have a vehicle for people that want to splurge a little bit, okay? With a little bit more horsepower, you see? So there's going to be an Xbox Series Pro. There's going to be an Xbox Series S2. They're going to keep making consoles. It's a $1 trillion company. You're not understanding. The vehicle is always going to be there. You're going to have options. More so options than ever before. The entire point is to get the conservative gamer, the traditional gamer, to Game Pass. How do you do that? You bring them consoles. They love consoles, okay? That's all they know. You bring them consoles and they come right to Game Pass. Right to Game Pass, believe me. But quite frankly, you're not ready for this conversation. These fake gamers in here are just not ready for that conversation. It is getting hotter in here, believe me, folks. It is getting hotter in here. We are live. We have just concluded the food review. And quite frankly, if we can get the AI to work, we would log in and ask her to recap it all for you. But quite frankly, it's not working right now. We would have to log back in, because for some reason, when we restarted the phone, it overheated. When we restarted the phone, it logged us out of the chat GPT. Very sad. Let's shout out the folks that came through. There weren't many. But we are going to acknowledge this in a way that makes sense here. And we got primarily MO coming through. MO has been carrying the show here today, especially in this stream. You were carrying the show last stream as well with the gameplay for Hellblade 2. Thankfully, we didn't stream it at 3 a.m. because I'm not sure how that would have turned out. But we got Mercurum in here as well. We got David. But primarily MO coming through, stepping up to the plate in a way that makes sense. That's what we're talking about, because now we're running the air conditioner to make the show happen, and that costs money. The gas is going to drain faster with the air conditioner on, I believe. And if we turn it off, the technology will overheat. It is, quite frankly, a very sad situation. It is, quite frankly, a very sad situation. Metacritic, what is the score for Hellblade 2? Metacritic 81. The game is a total disaster. Why did Microsoft buy Ninja Theory? Did they want movie games on their platform? Because they didn't really have movie games like that. You look at God of War 2018 is a movie game very akin to Hellblade 2, actually, when you really break it down. But the Sony fanboys don't want you to know that. You can't skip cutscenes in God of War 2018, and it goes on and on and on. It's a walking simulator. This is a game that would have fit right in with the PlayStation family, believe me. It would have fit right in with the PlayStation family. But Phil Spencer swooped in and said, we need a movie game. And that's seemingly why they got a Ninja Theory and Hellblade 2 exclusive to the Xbox ecosystem. But we have heard that these games are eventually coming to PlayStation. And when Hellblade 2 comes to PlayStation, believe me, they're going to be shilling it and saying it performs better on PlayStation, it looks better on PlayStation, the DualSense features are better on PlayStation. The biased Snowy Games media is in full effect, believe me. The biased Snowy Games media is in full effect, but you can't handle that conversation. You see, Xbox, despite Microsoft having trillions of dollars, Xbox is still the underdog. Sony, PlayStation, they have been making these woke movie games for many years. And when you look at Hellblade 2, you look at this and you say, this is what Neil Druckmann wants for The Last of Us 3. Because if you look at The Last of Us Part 1, when they officially unveiled the game for the very first time at E3, what was it, 2011, 2012? When Neil Druckmann and Naughty Dog pulled the curtain back for the very first time for The Last of Us on PS3 at E3 2011 or 2012, the game was very much more cinematic than what we got, okay? We got a normie game compared to what they showcased at that event. Now, had The Last of Us been that great, it would have been something special, but quite frankly, it turned into a very normie game. They had to dumb down the mechanics, they had to dumb down the sound design, they had to dumb down so much of it. Because if you go back to that initial unveiling of The Last of Us Part 1 on PlayStation 3, supposedly, at E3, what was it, 2011, 2012, you didn't get that game. And that's a Neil Druckmann fantasy because, quite frankly, you look at Hellblade 2, I know that's what Neil Druckmann wants for The Last of Us 3. We're talking no HUD, we're talking total cinematics, we're talking very much so movie game to the highest degree. So you thought The Last of Us 2 was bad in terms of it movie this, movie that. You need to play Hellblade 2. That's probably the biggest movie game I've ever seen in my entire life. You are literally walking around and you are waiting for combat segments. We're done with these walking simulators, okay? We're done with these walking simulators. Alan Wake 2 is a terrible game. In fact, I would still say it's worse than Hellblade 2. And that's saying a lot because Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. Alan Wake 2 is a total snooze fest. And the thing with Alan Wake 2 is that they showed it to the moon and back, and they said it was a next level game like Crisis in 2007. Sweetheart, it's not. Believe me. And it's so sad. The Alan Wake 2 fanboys are still in the Kool-Aid Club. Believe me, they're in the Kool-Aid Club. They are brainwashed by Remedy and the pretentious bullshit that Sam Lake spits out. It's very sad. When Neil Druckmann plays Hellblade 2, we know that this is going to more than likely inspire him to work on The Last of Us 3. And when The Last of Us 3 comes out in the next 15 years, 10 years, you're going to see a movie game unlike anything you've ever seen before, believe me. We need you guys to lock in because we're about ready to wrap the show up. If you guys are all done, that's fine with me. We are running the air conditioner. It's sucking up gas. And I'm going to tell you what, folks, these storms could very well be approaching faster than ever before. They said this evening the storms are going to get really nasty. Let's go ahead and check on the storms. Let's see how the cookie crumbles. Let's see how the cookie crumbles. It is very hot outside, folks. It is very hot outside, folks. We need you to lock in, but you guys couldn't handle it today. You guys could not handle it today. Very, very sad. So much content, they just couldn't handle it. They couldn't be bothered to show up. Only 170 viewers. Quite frankly, so sad. So with that said, we're going to have to wrap it up here. We're going to have to close it out here. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in, but we got someone coming through the pipeline, so we will extend it for a little moment. We will extend it for a little moment. We have someone coming through the pipeline. It looks like it's Gamer Guy. Gamer Guy is coming through the pipeline. He's stepping up to the plate here today in a way that makes sense. That is what we're talking about. Gamer Guy is coming through. Let's get the lasers out for Gamer Guy. Gamer Guy is plowing through. You were watching earlier. No excuses. Gamer Guy was in the building earlier. You came through as well earlier. Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10, folks. Great for Game Pass, but outside of that, believe me, not worth it. How these Steam fanboys can sit there and say that they want, and the air conditioning is not working as strong as it once was. Well, it's blowing out warm air. Unbelievable. It's so hot outside, we can't keep it cool in here. How does the air conditioner work? Well, the AI is not working, so we don't know. There must be some dry ice under the hood or something, because how does it get cold? I mean, make that make sense. How is it feeding in cold air? It's a big mystery. It is a big mystery. We have Gamer Guy coming through. Let's give that a big fat like. We have Carlos coming through as well. Area 51 Gaming. That's what we're talking about. The storms are approaching quickly, folks. It's looking very nasty out here. We should have did a storm chasing stream like all the other fake weathermen. And they have 10,000 views right now, but they're not outside storm chasing. So sad. They're in their parents' basement with the radar opened up, and they pretend like they're weathermen. It's a disgrace to the actual weathermen that went to school and got their degree. Very sad stuff. A bunch of basement dwellers trying to pretend to be the weatherman, cosplaying as the weatherman. That really just could never be me. TTS should be working, but it might be on a massive delay because, folks at home, it is hot in here. We could turn the air off for a little bit, but it might overheat yet again. We're going to have to turn the air off. We're going to have to turn the air off. It's getting... We're turning the air conditioner off, folks. We're turning the air conditioner off. And we're going to see how the cookie crumbles here. MO's coming through yet again. TTS should be working, but it might be disabled because who knows? Everything is breaking. It is very difficult to do the show.
It's over!
But it is working. That's what we're talking about. I believe Gamer Guy coming through.
M0, 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 M super chatted $5. If the devs released this to theaters, the PPA would walk out after 30 minutes. They have no clue about pacing, narrative structure, or cinematography.
That is what we're talking about. MO is coming through. MO is coming through, and in a way that makes sense. Quite frankly, it is a movie when you really look at it. It is a movie. It's a virtual movie, but it is a movie. And I'm not sure if it's a good one. You see, the thing is that I've never played the first one. Never played the first Hellblade. It looked like total slop. In fact, didn't even know it ever existed. But they were hyping up Hellblade 2 to carry the Series X, and it's getting hot in here already. They were hyping up Hellblade 2 to carry the Series X. It was announced as an Xbox exclusive, and it's finally here 4 years later, 4 years too late. Would have been a great game in 2020 to showcase, and we would have understood its limitations a little bit more. We would have understood its limitations a little bit more. We would have understood the fact that it is an early gen. It is an early gen 2020 game. We would have understood that so much more. But quite frankly, it's 2024, and it took them 7 years to produce a walking simulator that has overhyped visuals, terrible sound design, really not fantastic at all. I've heard a lot more impressive games. The rain in Metal Gear Solid 2, if you played that on the PlayStation 2, literally, the rain in Metal Gear Solid 2 is more impressive than the rain in Hellblade 2. There's not many folks that can get rain right in these games, and it's quite sad. That was the first thing they show you in the game. They show you the ocean, the sea. And it wasn't that impressive. I needed a great first impression, but we didn't see that. It is a pretentious art house game that belongs on Game Pass, because without Game Pass, no one would play it. No one would buy it. That's the reality. So it needed Game Pass in order to survive. It needed Game Pass in order to survive. It is a 4 out of 10, folks. It is a 4 out of 10. Some of the Xbox fanboys are mad and seething right now, but I'll tell you this. I will say this. If Hellblade 2 were only on PlayStation, and you know I'm right on this, you can deny it until the cows come home. If Hellblade 2 were only on PlayStation, believe me, let me just say this. If Hellblade 2 were only on PlayStation, the biased Snowy Games media, because they do exist, believe me, the biased Snowy Games media would come out of the woodwork, and they would perpetuate this idea that Hellblade 2 is this cinematic masterpiece that pushes the envelope of what this medium could be. But since it's exclusive to Xbox, and Xbox, it's an Xbox Game Studios game, they don't want any part of it, believe me. The biased Snowy Games media, they don't want any part of it. That's the truth. You look at the score on Metacritic, it's sitting at what, 81, 82? It would have been much higher, 88, 89, had it released exclusively for PlayStation 5. That is a fact. If the tables were turned and this only came to PlayStation, they would have been shilling it to the moon and back. You damn well know. But since it's exclusive to Xbox, the Xbox ecosystem, they didn't want to give it the time of day, which is ironic because, yes, the game is a 4 out of 10. I'm not saying the game is great, but it's very hypocritical of these fake gamers, because God of War does exactly the same as that game. It's not as cinematic. It's not maybe as pretentious. It's pretty woke, believe me. And it is up its own ass. But I will tell you that God of War 2018 is a disgrace to God of War. God of War 2018 is very similar to Hellblade 2. You cannot skip the cutscenes. It's all integrated just like it is in Hellblade 2. It's a very similar game. They want to compare it and say it's not, but it is a very similar game. They're both terrible, and you shouldn't play either. But you damn well know this, Xbox fanboys. We will still stick up for it because we know that biased Snowy Games media is in full effect. With that said, that's what we're talking about, because Hellblade 2 is still a 4 out of 10, okay? Don't get me wrong, the game is trash. But if the game were only on PlayStation, believe me, if the game were only on PlayStation, it would have had a lot higher score. It would have had a lot higher score. We're talking 88, 89 if the game were only on PlayStation. And you damn well know that I'm true. Now, when the game comes to PlayStation, the BioSnow Games media is going to perpetuate the idea, especially the Digital Foundry. They're going to tell you that the game runs better on PlayStation. The DualSense is so much cooler. Quite frankly, it's very sad. But quite frankly, Phil Spencer should take the game to PlayStation because it's not going to get any sales on Xbox. They're hoping for Game Pass subscriptions. They're not getting those because the game's trash. So they should take everything third party. Why lock it into one ecosystem when you can bring it to PlayStation and captivate potentially millions of players, millions of users that never had the opportunity to play it before? It's a very smart strategy. Phil Spencer will overtake Xbox as number one because you're not getting it. It's a 5D chess move, believe me. It is a 5D chess move. You want to say that they threw the towel in? It's a 5D chess move. They're coming in hard and strong, and Phil Spencer is unleashing the Xbox. He's unleashing the Xbox virus within the PlayStation ecosystem, okay? You see how this is happening? It's a very smart strategy. It's a very smart strategy. It's coming from within. You see how that's working? Phil Spencer is injecting the Xbox serum right into the PlayStation ecosystem. And slowly but surely, everyone's going to be playing Xbox Game Studios games on PlayStation. It's not about console sales anymore. It's never been like that for the last 10, 15 years. But you have to ask yourself, the Phil Spencer strategy, the towel isn't being thrown in. The towel is being thrown in a direction where it's never been thrown before. But you can't handle that, believe me. You don't understand what's happening. But when you do, when you wake up one day and you see that Xbox will be overtaking, you will say, wow, PlayStation hit the home run, but they didn't. That's what you're saying now. You're saying PlayStation hit the home run, but Phil is coming in, and he's coming in a very different way, believe me. So with that said, we're going to be wrapping it up here. It is too hot to continue. We hope you enjoyed the show, the food review, and the extra thoughts on Hellblade 2. Again, Hellblade 2 is a 4 out of 10. If you want to see my gameplay, you can go check that out. We might play it one more time. I'm not sure when, but there are severe storms coming. That might take the focus tonight, okay? Believe me, that might take the focus tonight. The tornadoes might spawn. We have to go look at the tornado instead of playing Hellblade 2. So with that said, that is going to do it for now. We do appreciate you guys for tuning in, tagging along, and supporting the show. And with that said, we will see you very soon. Take care. Thank you so kindly. Let's get you them lasers, bud. Hey there, mister. Who let the simpleton out of the asylum?